Hello. Welcome back
Hello.
to Enlighten Me podcast. The audio sounds way better this time.
Hope so.
We remembered to, I remembered to plug in the control panel.
I
So
can see it right now. It's plugged in.
good.
We're good.
Perfect.
Hopefully.
So, on this episode, we're going to be talking about changing energies and how we cope with that. But before we get started, we wanted to invite you to join our new 7-day challenge.
Woohoo!
Okay, this is going to be a 7-day energy detox challenge. I know I need this. I'm sure you probably need it too. So I'll just go briefly over the days of how it's going to go. So, day 1, you're going to declutter your phone, delete pictures, videos,
Apps, go through your social media, unfollow accounts that aren't serving you.
Exactly. Day 2, cleanse your space. Clean up your house, throw shit away. I love throwing shit away.
Organize. Do
Organize.
a smoke cleanse. Just some type of cleansing of your space. And it even could just be one room.
Right. It doesn't need to be your entire house.
Just whatever you feel called to.
Yes. Day 3, do something intentional with your body. So go on a walk. Do a little workout.
Even take a bath, stretch, do she said, workout class, or even like make a healthy meal. Just something intentional with your body or like for your body.
Exactly. Day 4, I want you to try something new, whether that's a hobby or trying a new recipe.
Just bringing in some new energy. That's like towards the end of this. Like we're going to bring in some new energy. Yeah. So like maybe you take a new route to work. Maybe you change your sleep schedule. Maybe you start a new, like she said, hobby or a new habit of some sort.
Right. It doesn't have to be anything drastic either. Just something new to you. Okay. Day 5, we're going to make a gratitude list. I'm not putting how many you need to have. There's no like expectation for that, but just write a gratitude list. Once you start, it's kind of hard to stop.
Yeah.
Like you just keep going.
Keep going.
So, day 6 will be do a grounding ritual, meditate, journal.
A visualization.
You like to do baths.
I love to do a bath. I love to do a grounding walk.
Yeah.
Like going on a walk and like, doing like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 senses. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but just like any type of grounding exercise or speaking intention into your water, or you could do a smoke cleanse if you didn't do one earlier in the week.
Whatever makes you feel good, grounded, whatever that is to get you back to your center, do that. And then on day 7, we are going to write letters to our future selves. There's nothing more empowering than that.
New energy, right?
New energy.
What's the new version of you going to be like? What do you hope to see in your future?
Yeah. Basically a little manifestation. So yeah, that is just a brief overview of the 7 days. The rules to this.
Important.
So in order to follow along with us, we are going to be posting what we're doing each day on our Instagram story. Okay, so we want you to post your daily challenge on IG and tag us.
On your story. And yeah, tag our page, enlightenme.pod, and we will repost and we will enter you in the challenge. So if you can complete each day, you'll be entered into the drawing for the end of the 7 days. And we have 2 prizes. So first place, you will get a Stanley Cup. Ooh, I know.
I don't even have a Stanley Cup.
You might win.
No, that's not fair.
Just kidding. We're not going to win. And then prize number 2 is a little grounding kit. So it'll have like crystals and incense, just because it's on brand for what we're doing in the challenge. So
totally. Yeah. So we are super excited to not only integrate this into our daily lives, because I know I definitely need an energy detox, just a whole reboot. But we want to see you guys getting involved and getting active with the challenge as well. So we're super excited to start this. It will start on June 3rd. That's a Monday. Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Yeah. And don't worry, we'll be posting about it on AG just to remind you to get prepped, to get ready, to get started.
We're so excited.
Cool.
I'm excited to see what you guys do.
I know, me too.
And then, when you're done too, like, let us know how it feels.
Yeah.
You know, even you today, let us know, or like at the end, let us know, like, how did it feel to do all those things?
Exactly.
We want to hear about it. Okay. So, getting into the episode. So we want to just do a quick little life update. What have you been up to, Miss Mila?
Not much. I haven't been working.
Why?
Love that for me.
Oh, because they're in summer.
Because some schools are going out on summer break, and it's just not wise for teachers to use their vacation hours right before summer. So I'm kind of just like hanging out. You know,
nice, though.
Been doing kind of like my own little energy detox in a way. My phone has no storage, so I've been going through my pictures already.
You've been doing a lot for the podcast.
I have.
She'll be texting me through the day. I'm like at work. I'm like getting her messages. I'm like, oh shit, okay, stay focused.
You're like, I don't know. I'm busy. Stop texting me.
No, you can text me. It's fine. It's good to plant these in my head so I can think about it.
Yeah, totally.
What about you? Went to the lake last weekend?
Oh yeah, we did. We took Milo out on the paddle boards for the first time, and he was terrified, to say the least.
Poor baby.
So he's never been like in water or like in a pool or anything, just a little bath in the sink, you know, and he doesn't even like being wet then. So it was a learning experience for sure. He was like, this water's cold, it's dirty.
Poor baby.
What the fuck is this? I can't walk on the water. He fell into the water because he wanted to go on my paddleboard.
He's like, can I go over to mom?
So he like tried to walk and like fell in the water, and yeah, I mean, whatever. He's fine. He's alive, but he needs to learn. Because we're gonna be going out more. He has to be water baby.
He has to.
He'll
get used to it. Did you like give him treats and stuff?
No.
Oh, maybe next time that will help.
Yeah.
Give him some like meat treats. They love that. Like high value treats, you know?
Yeah. We didn't just because like we didn't want it to get wet. Like he has like the freeze dried one, so it would just disintegrate, you know?
That's true.
So we're just like throwing you in there, raw dogging it.
Literally raw dog.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah.
Didn't you say he was like allergic to the sand?
Okay, so when he got wet, he would want to dry off in the sand, and he literally would like roll his entire body in it, and I'm like, you're literally disgusting. Oh my god. But after that, he just would not stop itching. I think I gave him like dry skin or something.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
You can hear him right now.
Yeah, he's outside.
He's barking it up.
But we'll see. I don't know. He's been dealing with itchy skin for a while, so maybe that was just like
probably irritated it more.
Yeah.
You gave him
a
a bath
choice,
after?
of course. Yeah.
Poor baby.
But we'll see with time.
We're not going to bring him this weekend to the lake.
No.
You're like, he needs a break.
I need a break.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, especially when he doesn't like want to be in the water either, or he's just like barking at this person or barking at this dog. I'm like, okay, I need a little mommy break.
Yeah,
you can hang out with daddy.
You need to enjoy your lake day.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stay home with Nando?
Probably.
Oh.
Or he'll take him to a soccer game, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll miss
miss
both of them.
I know. It's okay. So you, Miss Thing.
So yeah, last weekend I went to visit my brothers in LA. They both live there. Super fun. Angel came with me, my bestie, and we drove. So, you know, long drive.
Yeah, I hate driving to LA.
Actually, on the way there, it wasn't that bad. It was only like 6 hours, and like we actually like made really good time, and like there's no traffic, so that was nice. And it was Memorial Day weekend, so that was crazy. But like we said a bunch of manifestations on the way there. They were like, "This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen." I would say a good amount of the things happened.
Oh, good.
But one of them was, we're not gonna have any traffic on the way there. We're gonna get there smoothly. We're gonna get there by 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And we did. We got there like right at 7. It was like maybe like 7:02 or something like that. Yeah. So that was cool. And then we did a lot of fun things. Like Cole took us to do all kinds of stuff. So like the whole reason we went there is because like a few weeks ago, like a month or so ago, Cole came here to visit. And I kind of took him on all my things that I do with my friends, and he spent the whole weekend with me. And so he was telling me and Angel, like, you guys got to see a day in the life of Cole. Like, I do so much stuff, like, you guys don't even know.
Okay.
And so we were like, okay, well, then we're going to come for a ride along.
Yeah.
And he's going to, like, show us what his life is like in LA. Because he's always doing shit. So that's what we did. And so, yeah, he took us to do a bunch of really fun stuff the first night. Like, we went out. And that was really cool. And then
like bar hopping, or
we went to one like club, I guess. It was like connected to a hotel. It was like a really nice hotel, like fancy. And I was like, damn, I would love to stay here, but you know it's probably like hella expensive. It was like a nice ass hotel. But it was really fun. And then the second day, Saturday, we went to the beach. That was fun. spent a good amount of the day there. Well, first we went to this really cool coffee shop. I don't know if you guys know who like Issa Rae is, but she's a actress. She's in a bunch of shows. She like opened these like coffee shops, and it was really cute, and I loved it. Had a really good coffee and like a breakfast sandwich. And then we went to the beach, like I said, spent the whole day there. Got drunk on the beach.
Fun.
Took some pics.
Yeah.
And then we went back home, and then we went to another bar.
So
actually,
like
we went to a club
weekend of drinking and like having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad,
but
though.
I didn't, honestly, like, I was surprised. I didn't get hungover at all, so I didn't really drink
good.
that much. Like, and I was drinking a lot of water too. But yeah, I didn't drink it that much, honestly. I feel like it was like a good amount for sure. I wouldn't feel like crazy, like dead after. Like, I was tired, but I didn't feel like hungover. Like, normally I get anxiety where I get like super anxious after a weekend of drinking, but it wasn't like that. So I was like, okay, I guess I didn't go overboard this time.
Good.
And then, yeah, then we went to this really cool club on Saturday. That was really fun. And me and Angel were like matching the whole weekend. We didn't even mean to, but we just kept like, we had like the same outfits, so it was cool.
Oh.
And then Sunday we were like, okay, today's our wholesome day.
Yes.
And so we went to the gym in the morning. Well, first we went to get coffee, and then Cole took us to the gym, his gym. And we did a whole like leg day. Like, he made us do like all this stuff, like with the squat bar, with deadlifts, like,
oh gosh,
all kinds of shit. And then he was like, now I'm gonna take you guys on this hike.
What?
And so he was telling us during the, like, when we were doing leg day, he was like, he's like, you guys need to chill out a little bit, because you don't know what you're about to endure right now.
Oh god.
He's like, you guys don't even know what's coming. And we're like, oh no. So then he takes us to this place. It's called the Culver City Stairs. And I don't even know how many stairs it was, probably like 100. And it was a lot. It was really steep.
I was gonna ask, was it steep?
Yeah. But it was a really good workout. Like, we kept having to like kind of stop and like breathe for a second and then go back up. And there's like places you can stop along the way. And then you get to the top, and it's like the whole view of LA, and it was so pretty.
Oh, nice.
It was so cool. And
I've never heard of that before.
Cole's like, yep, this is my city. It was really fun though, yeah. And then there's like trails too, so you don't have to take the stairs. Like, you could do the trails, or there's like, you could drive up to the top too.
Oh, okay.
But we wanted to do the workout, the challenge.
Totally.
It was fun though. Like, it was a good, like, I got the good endorphins, good like workout high. So that was fun. And then we went to Erewhon, the grocery store.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a expensive, healthy store.
Erewhon?
Erewhon.
Mm-hmm. It's like organic. It's like Whole Foods?
But like more fancy and expensive.
I want to go to Erewhon.
So they have a smoothie bar there that like Kendall Jenner has a smoothie there.
Wait, is this the
Hailey Bieber?
Okay.
Yes.
I know what.
So we got the Hailey Bieber smoothie.
Okay, how was it?
It was so good. It was $20. That's crazy.
For a smoothie?
But it was hella good, honestly. We were like, we have to do it. Like, we're here. Let's just do it.
YOLO.
Fuck it.
YOLO.
We each got one.
All four of you?
All three. Me, Cole, and Angel. Yeah.
Could you have shared one?
Maybe. It was good though.
$60.
Me and Angel were like, we should go back again tomorrow.
Okay,
before we leave.
Does she get the profit?
I don't think so.
Who's getting the profit?
I mean, she might get.
Why is it $20?
She might get some of the profit. I mean, that's the place. It's like all the smoothies were that expensive.
What the fuck? Okay.
Because it's all like natural, organic, everything. And
I mean,
like,
I understand that, but Jesus Christ.
I know. But it was good. I will make it at home. I'm gonna need to find like the recipe, because I'll make it at home. It was so fucking good. I'm like craving it thinking about it right now. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, we went there, and then we went back to the house, got ready, and went out again. No. We went to this like little taco stand multiple times too. That place was so good. Oh my god. We went there twice. That's how you know it was good. Yeah, and then we went out again, and it was like kind of like more like a chill night. Oh, actually, before we went out, this is the most fun part of the whole trip. I can't believe I'm forgetting it.
What?
We went to the studio.
Oh yeah. So your song is actually really good.
Thank you. Yeah. So Cole makes music, and so he's a producer, and he has a studio there, and so he's been for years telling me to hop on the track. You know, been telling me forever. And I write songs, but I usually keep them to myself because I don't know. I do it for myself.
Shy girl.
I do it for myself, and then I'm like, I don't really know if like people want to hear this. You know, whatever.
Sure.
And then we were sitting there, we were drinking. Me and Angel filled my Stanley up with a whole bottle of wine. Oh. And so we were drinking that.
Nice.
And then I was like getting like the courage, you know, I was like, okay, I might do it. And so we're just messing around, listening to the other songs he has. And then his friend, they're like, let's make a new song.
Yeah.
And so his friend starts like playing the guitar. He's like, doo, 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 whatever. And Cole's like, it's like connected to his computer or whatever, and so he's like recording it, and then he like starts messing with it, and then it's like going like wow wow wow, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, this is cool. So then he makes like a whole beat out of it, and then it's like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and it's like kind of like house music vibes.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was getting that vibe.
I don't even like house music like that, but it was a vibe. I was vibing to it. It was fun. And then I was sitting there, I was kind of like humming along to it, and then they were like, you start writing some lyrics, and I was like, all right, fuck it. Yeah. So I did, and I was like, what do I write? And they're like, just bullshit, just whatever. And I was like, all right, bet.
This is bullshit.
Yeah. So then I did. I actually had like some songs I had already written, so I took a little bit from one of them, and then I kind of just went with that, and then I just added onto it. And then he was like, all right, hop in the booth.
Wait, that's so cool. Were you nervy?
A little bit, but then he's like, you know, just be confident, just go for it. Yeah, right. I was like, fuck it, all right. Yeah. And so yeah, I got in the booth and I sang my little heart out. And
how was it? It was
good. It was cool. And I could see his screen, so he was like telling me like, okay, come in right here. So I have headphones on, he has headphones on, so he's like talking to me through.
Yeah.
So I can hear him and everything. So he's like, all right, do you see where this is? Like, come in right here. And then he was like, I want you to do that 3 times. So like, I'll start over. We're gonna do 3 takes of each verse, and so we can like pick the best ones, basically.
Okay, producer Cole.
Oh, you should have seen him. He was cooking.
Yeah, I'm
sure. That boy was cooking. He was like, it literally as soon as I did it, then he starts like and like adding to it, and then making my voice go like wah wah.
Yeah, the auto tune.
He's like, what the fuck? How did you do that?
Dang.
He does it so fast.
Yeah.
It sounded so cool. Yeah, and then it sounded like like house music. It was hella cool, and then. We were just vibing out to it the rest of the day. We kept playing it in the car.
When I listened to it, I had to like skip through like the beginning a little bit.
It's like a minute long intro.
Yeah, and then I like once I heard like the beat pick up and then your voice, I was like, oh, and then midway I was like, oh, it's pretty good. Maybe we'll link it if you're confident.
Why not? Sure, why not? But now I'm like, damn, I need to go back there and make some more songs.
It's
like,
fun.
It's so fun. Now I'm addicted. I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? Like,
yeah, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, just for fun, you know. I'm not really like thinking anything would come of it, but just for funsies.
Yeah, why not?
Good little creative outlet. I was like, oh damn, this is a good way to like cope.
There you go.
It's like a little artistic outlet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my weekend, and then our drive home was so long.
Yeah,
and I was so tired.
Was there traffic?
Yeah. Memorial Day. Coming back on Monday. It was rough, but
yep,
we made it home, and I made it through this work week so far.
Good. I have not worked, so I feel like I need to get out of the house.
You don't have work tomorrow then, huh?
No, I do. But one day, I know.
I don't. I was gonna say we should hang out.
Bummer. I can cancel. No, I need the money. No, I'm not talking about that.
Don't cancel. We spend enough time together. Anyways, all right. So now
let's get into the episode.
Get to the real of the episode.
Oh, I wanted to mention, in the show notes, I am adding timestamps. So if you do not care for our life updates, I'm putting the timestamp for when we actually start the episode. So
maybe we should have said
just so you know. Just so you know, I'll type it in there too. But just for further reference, you can always just look.
Yeah. If you don't want to hear about our stupid lives, just kidding.
It's all the tea, you know.
Anyways, yeah, getting into the meat of the episode.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready for
it. So we are talking about changing energies and how do we prepare for, different seasons of life, trying to recognize kind of what season you're in. How do you prepare for changes? How do you deal with and cope with changing energies?
Yeah.
And that's why we really wanted to do the 7-day challenge, because I feel like that will really help with detoxing the negative energy and bringing in new energy.
Exactly.
That's kind of like where that came from. So first I want to talk about seasons, the seasons of life. So a few weeks ago, I went with my mom to this like women's breakfast at her church. She was giving like a little speech. And I don't, look, if you know me, I don't go to church. I haven't been to church in forever. But, I've been trying to support her, and she's super involved, and I'm in a place now where, like, I can be around that and, like, still enjoy it and, like, learn what I need to from it, but, like, take what serves, or what's it? Take what I need and leave what I don't type of thing. Take what resonates.
Yes.
And so I did. And so I wanted to bring something to the podcast because I felt like it was very helpful. It was a good comparison. So I was saying, like, what season are you in? That was, like, kind of the whole theme of it was, like, seasons.
Yeah.
Seasons of life, which is, like, my favorite metaphor because we're always in some season of life, right?
Yes.
And so it was saying, like, okay, so let's say you're in spring. The spring season of your life is, like, planting seeds, possibilities, like just like thinking of like basically like manifesting, trying new things.
Like creative flow energy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like trying new things, planting seeds, like, literally planting seeds like you did.
Yes.
Or just trying new things and like thinking of the possibilities that your life could be, right? Writing things down that you want to manifest, all of that. And then summer would be tending, weeding out things, growth, right? Summer is like the season of growth. So like, right, like getting rid of the things that don't serve you. Just kind of like refocusing your energy, figuring out what you do want to focus on, and letting that grow. And then we have fall, which we all know is harvest time. So like that's where you harvest your blessings, right?
Yes.
Harvest the fruit that you have been planting and tending to. So that's like your abundance time. So fall is like when your manifestations come in and like you're feeling abundant. And then winter is where we rest and restore. We prune things and like things end, right? Or like cycles die, and like we like end the year, right? So yeah, those are the seasons of life. So we kind of just wanted to talk about like what season we're in, how to prepare for the next season type of thing. So what do you think? What season do you think you're in right now?
Well, just listening to your explanations, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm like stagnant.
Maybe you're in winter.
Maybe I am in winter. I feel like ever since we came back, it's been like a slow flow, I guess. Like I've been working, but I'm not like excited about work. Like we've been doing podcasts and I'm in my creative flow that way.
Well, I guess that's planting seeds, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And then we have Milo, so I'm like tending.
Okay, so maybe you have a little bit of multiple seasons.
Yeah, I think I'm in between like a winter and spring. I would say.
That's funny you say that because I was thinking I'm between spring and summer.
Oh,
I was like, I can't say I'm one. We're both going through changing energies right now.
Yes,
that's why we're doing this.
Yes,
so we are changing seasons kind of right now.
As far as like my changes personally, obviously getting Milo. Getting a dog within itself is such a what's the word I'm looking for?
A project.
Sure, let's call it a project because that's
you and Nando going in on a group project.
Yes. So when we first got him, I had to take off weeks from work. Okay, and this is post Europe when we're trying to earn our money back, right? So I was like, fuck. Okay, Nando's supporting us. Love that. I'm grateful for that. But now I'm stuck at home with this little puppy that I don't know how to take care of. So it was like stressing me out a little bit, So just a new routine with him in itself was challenging.
Yeah.
So like I had to, or at least now, our routine is like waking up an hour early for work. Usually when we wake up like 30 minutes before work is how we were. Because we need to take him out, we need to feed him, we need to make sure he's exercised before because he's in the crate.
So he sleeps.
Yeah. And then like what that looks like after work is coming home, tending to him, making sure he's okay, and then doing what I need to do, and then making dinner, and then feeding him, and then doing whatever else, So
definitely a new routine.
A new routine all the way, especially for him too, because he was learning us.
Yeah, that's true.
That was very challenging.
That's true. He's learning like what his boundaries are and what his routine is. Yeah.
Yes. And then like potty training, new routine in itself, that I don't even have to talk about that because everybody knows, potty training is some work.
It's no joke.
Yeah. But we have been smooth sailing for a while, so our routine is in flow, which Good. I'm happy about. I feel like I'm working through that part,
Good.
But I will say it's something new every day, and it keeps me on my toes.
Of course.
So it's like the routine is there, but there's like these little like hiccups within the routine. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. Great. Thank you.
Well, he's growing every day.
I know.
I came today and I was like, oh my God, why is he so big? I was just here last week.
Yeah.
He was huge.
Yeah, he's getting big boy.
Oh,
so cute.
Little weenie.
Literally.
He's so cute.
But yeah, I feel like physically we were prepared for him. but mentally and emotionally, I was clueless.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realize like the love that I would have for him like so early on would impact me how it is now. Because now I'm stressing over like the little things. I'm like, are you okay? Oh my God. Like my stress levels are like this because I care too much.
Yeah.
Which is good, but I'm also like, girl, take a chill pill, you know?
It's a balance. You'll get there. You'll get there for
Still learning.
Well, yeah, sounds like you kind of are between like winter and spring then. Kind of like resting, but also planning, you know, planting. You're literally just planted your garden.
That's true. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what the next season has for me. Saw a TikTok the other day and it was like Virgo rising. I sent it to you. Maybe you have to watch it still. Probably. In like the next upcoming year, like abundance and wealth and stability and all of this just Jupiter energy is just going to be flowing to you. So I'm like
the sound of that.
I'm claiming it.
We're both Virgo risings.
Yeah.
So I love that for us. I love that for the podcast.
I know. That's what it was saying. Creative flow. Something's going to take off. So here we are doing the work. We're planting the seeds.
We're planting the seeds.
We're going to see what we blossom into.
I love that.
I know.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I'm between spring and summer right now. Like I've been in this spring season for a while, like the past few months, where I'm like planting seeds, like thinking of all the possibilities, like seeing, you know, letting myself try new things. Like I've tried so many new things, I feel like, and I'm living like a whole different life than I was.
Yeah, you are.
Last year, beginning of this year.
Yeah.
And so it's been a lot of like, what possibilities could I have for my life that I like want to explore? And I've been doing a lot of new things, going on trips, you know, talking to different people, like, you know, just doing things I wouldn't normally do. And I feel like that's been really cool. But now I'm also like transitioning, I feel like, into summer, which is funny because right now we're literally in spring transitioning to summer. So I'm like, what a great time for me.
Yeah.
I'm going with nature right now. But yeah, summer where I'm like kind of like now that I've kind of gone through like all these possibilities and planting things. Now I'm like trying to see what do I really need to focus on and what do I need to like let go of type of thing. Like I said before, like what is resonating with me right now and what isn't, and like how can I like weed those things out that like are just not serving me in this season, you know, anymore. Yeah, so now that I've kind of learned more about myself and knowing like what I want, what I don't want, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, I'm learning like, okay, what habits do I want to get rid of? What like activities that I'm doing, or it just, you know, anything that I'm just like, that's not really working for me, and this is, you know, kind of just like weeding that out right now. But and like growth also, I feel like I've been going through so much growth lately. Like I'm really learning a lot about myself.
Yeah, like, I'm seeing different sides of you, and it's like when I do see a new side of you, I'm like, whoa, who's that girl?
Who is that girl?
We don't know her, but we're trying to meet her. Bring her out more.
She's coming out.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of like my Scorpio death and rebirth cycle. Like I'm always new versions of myself.
Yeah.
It's been fun, like getting to know like myself outside of like, you know, being in a relationship. Like I'm learning about myself and like what I want to do and what I like, and like it's been so cool, honestly. I'm like, who are you, girl? Like
I had recently sent a picture in our group chat, and it was like a picture of us on my birthday, remember? Yeah. And we all look so different. And that was only 8 months ago. I'm like, who are these girls?
Who knew what was going to happen in those 8 months?
Yeah. We look different. I feel like our energy portrayed through the picture is different.
You're so right.
You can tell like how much we've like up leveled. So
you know what else? We all have different hair. We all changed our hair.
Yeah, we do.
So physically, you know.
I mean, changing your hair is just changing so much energy,
it
like
does.
Alone. So.
It does, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, you know, I feel like I've been going through a lot of growth, and I'm excited to see what other growth I have, and like, just like I said, learning about myself. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm like, I just want to keep growing. I mean, that's like my favorite thing in life.
Self-love journey.
Self-love journey.
Yeah.
And like my biggest like value in life, I feel like, is growth. And like that's the most important thing to me. And also like I feel like I could never be with somebody who doesn't want to grow, you know? Like I feel like that's the most exciting thing in life, is growing and like trying new things, learning and like adapting. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's been pretty cool. I feel like I've been, like I said, tending things out, weeding things out, focusing my energy on what's important.
Leaving what doesn't.
And leaving what doesn't.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So let us know kind of like what season you think you guys are in. Let us know in we have a poll. We'll put a poll up.
Yeah, we'll put a poll.
On the Spotify. So you can answer that through there. We'll put stuff on our Instagram, or just DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, we like to chat.
We love to chat. We love when you guys DM us. So
yes.
Please continue to do that. But yeah, so going back to the seasons of life, a big thing that I heard at that little women's breakfast that I went to that really stuck with me was growth happens while you're resting. Like you have to kind of let the universe take over, and you can't always be like going, and like expecting everything to happen that you want to happen. You kind of have to just rest sometimes and let things grow. Like if you've planted your seeds, you've watered them, you've really like put the work in, you also have to remember to rest and like let the universe do the magic, right? Like take over and grow what you've been planting.
Exactly. I feel like the more you like push and strive, the more you're repelling what you actually want, right? Like we've talked about that in previous episodes. The more you're focusing in and stressing about this one specific outcome, the more you're repelling your manifestation and your growth away.
Exactly.
So it's like
you have to let the universe like show you what the outcome could be without you being like, this is the one outcome that I want. Like you have to trust the process.
Yeah, and even if you're wanting one specific outcome, the universe could be sending you better, but you're over here in a fixed mindset.
Yes.
So
we want to be in a growth mindset.
Always.
Right? And like an open to possibilities mindset. Because like you're saying, you could have this one outcome that you want, but what about all the things along the way?
Yeah.
That you're missing out on because all you're focusing on is the outcome. Like you want to enjoy the journey and like let the universe like lead you through the path, because it's not a straight path usually to your manifestations. No. It's like here's some other little side missions that are going to help you get there that are going to make it even that much better when you do get there.
Yep. Preach, girl.
I know.
That was good. I like that.
Thanks.
And she don't go to church.
And she did for a long time. But yeah, so that's kind of like a takeaway that I got from it that I felt like really resonated with me. Like kind of just like letting things be and like detaching from things. My like theme song lately has been "Let It Be" by the Beatles.
Yeah. Okay.
Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. That's what it says. Yeah, so that's been kind of my thing lately. Anything else you wanted to share before we get into the journal prompt?
Okay. I did want to mention one quote by Joe Dispenza.
Oh, I love him.
Okay. It says, "Don't expect anything in your life to change if your environment is controlling your feeling and thoughts."
Damn.
Think about that for a second. Because if you're like so worried about, oh, Alexis said something that I don't like, I'm letting her affect my thoughts and my feelings.
Facts.
Right?
And you have control over that.
Yeah. Your feelings and your thoughts create your environment. So if you're letting someone else's opinion or letting someone else's energy, literally energy, affect you, then your energy is going to be all wonky, girl.
I love this. I have a lot of experience with this lately.
Yes. So I also wanted to mention, like, I personally I feel energy deeply, you know, if you're feeling anxiety, I'm going to feel it too. But you know why we do that is because we try to take that on as our own.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I need to remind myself that is not my energy that I'm feeling.
It's somebody else's.
It's someone else's, but it's safe to feel that. It's not like, oh my God,
I have to actually take it on.
I'm just so anxious all the time because she's bringing all her anxiety onto me. No. You set a little grounding for yourself. Do a couple of deep breaths, what I like to do. Okay. I'm safe. It's not my energy. I recognize that she's anxious and I can hold space for her. I don't need to take that from you. I don't want to take it from you.
What that reminds me of is this quote that I found a while ago that's really helped me, especially with my work, is you can care without carrying it.
Yes.
And that's like a mantra I had for a while.
You can care without carrying it.
It's so interesting you bring that up because I literally had this experience this weekend when I was talking to my brother, Hunter, about like letting other people get to you, you know, like I had a whole talk with him about like, you don't need to let other people dictate your emotions.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's like a skill that like you have to practice, and it's not easy at first, but at some point, like you've got to figure out how to not let other people dictate your emotions, or else you're just going to be crazy. Like you're going to feel crazy. You're going to feel like so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And he was saying, what did he say? Like, oh, I feel peace until, this happens, and then I'm triggered, and they're like taking my peace, and I'm like, dude, you are in charge of your peace. You letting people steal your peace. You have to figure out how to like be in control of your own emotions, and it's hard, like I said. But then I like made him do some grounding exercises with me. I was like, okay, we're gonna take some deep breaths. We're gonna imagine a force field around us. This is what I always do.
Some Reiki energy.
Is like you breathe in forever long, whatever, you do deep breathing, but you breathe in and you imagine like a cloud of like gold light energy, dust, mist coming in. And then when you blow out, you imagine like a dark cloud of smoke, so like all the negative energy coming out. Whatever energy you don't want, someone else's energy or your own even that's negative, you release that. And like you keep doing that a few times. So that's what I do. And then like on the last breath, you breathe in the gold light energy and you let it like take over, like you imagine it taking over your whole aura and like expanding outside of your body as like a force field. And then I imagine that nothing can get through that force field without my permission.
Yes.
So like people's energy bouncing off of me, like you're not getting in the force field.
I love that.
I have to do that for work. I've had to do that in certain social situations with certain people.
Yes. I was going to say, I feel like that would be really good for people with social anxiety.
Or in any type of like helping field where you're working with people, like a lot of energies,
Yes. I should do that for work. All these attitudes.
Exactly.
I do think it's important to note, though, that anxiety and excitement feel the same.
Ooh.
Okay.
Excitement.
Excitement. Interesting term. I haven't heard that before.
Oof. It gets me sometimes.
But it's literally the same sensation in your body. The tingling in your chest. What is it? The lump in your throat. The butterflies in your belly. It all feels the same, but what differentiates it is your perception of what that is. So if you are thinking this bad outcome from a certain situation, anxiety. But if you're thinking a positive outcome from a situation, I'm excited.
And sometimes your body, when it feels that way, you think you're anxious.
You think you're anxious. And I'm like, okay, before going to a concert, for example, for me, I get the little butterflies.
Anxious.
I'm like, oh my God, why do I feel like this? We're going to a concert. And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm not anxious. I'm excited. Like, hello.
Yeah.
We're just so wired to think like the tingling in your chest and the butterflies in your belly are all negative.
Yeah, it's interesting that your body has the same response to excitement and anxiety. It's crazy.
But it's your perception of that feeling and in that moment to dictate what it is, anxiety or excitement.
That's interesting. I like that. Well, when I say excitement, what I'm referring to is when you are excited for something, but you're anxious about how it's going to go. Okay. Or you're anxious about it might go really well, and then what? Like, it's kind of like the fear of success.
Sure.
I mean, because there's the fear of failure. Like, this could go really bad. I'm excited, and now what if it goes bad? Then I'm going to be so upset.
Yeah.
But there's also the fear of success, where it's like, I'm excited, and it could go really well, and then what? Now I'm scared because now I have to do something different, or now I have to like change something, or like.
I wonder if there's a term for that.
Excitement.
Okay.
No, there is a term for it actually. And I can't remember what it was, but I was going through a season of that for a while where I was like fear of like things going well because I'm afraid that it's going to be like taken from me, or like if something if things are going good, then something bad's going to happen.
Sounds like the self-saboteur.
For sure. Yeah, the ego. Definitely the ego. But we've since overcome that.
So that's okay.
And just now go with the flow and detach. I feel like detachment has really helped me with that. Like just letting go of the outcome and stop trying to like what could happen, whether it's good or bad, what could happen. It's now like let the universe surprise you. Yes. And allow like things to open the way they're supposed to.
I love it. Yep. I mean, it works hand in hand with, changing energies. If you're releasing from the outcome, you can just flow and ease into it. So.
Well, that's another, here we go. We're still going. Here we go. That reminds me of this book that I read about how you have to like, either you're in the flow or you're in resistance, and you can feel that in your body. Like, you're on a stream, right? You're like floating down the river and either you're floating down the river, the energy river or the universe river, whatever it is, or you're holding onto a branch on the side because you're scared of what's going to happen, and you're resisting, and it feels like resistance, and it feels like not right. You're not in flow. You kind of have to let it happen. You have to flow. You have to be in flow. And you can feel that in your body, like when you're like, oh, I'm definitely in resistance mode right now. Because you can't actually resist anything that happens in your life. You really can't. We don't have control. It's such like a false, like,
you're just fighting with yourself.
Exactly. And the universe is like, shut up. Like, just go in the flow. I got
Bitch,
you.
stop being annoying. I'm trying to help you.
Bitch, I'm trying to help you. Stop holding on to that branch. Stop resisting.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, the things that you're resisting are actually going to be for your benefit. Usually.
Yeah.
Usually, I would say. I mean, I can't say for everybody, but in my experience, I find when I'm in the flow and not resisting, that more blessings come to me, things that I wouldn't expect even.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's where you have to be open to that. You can't control everything.
Yeah. And that's the tea.
Boom. All right. That was a good little yap sesh.
Yeah.
So some things that we want to leave you guys with. If you listen to our first season, you will know that we used to do journal prompts.
Yeah.
At the end of our episodes. So we kind of want to get into that a little bit. So their journal prompts are just like reflections for you to think about. You don't necessarily have to write it out, but if you feel called to.
Think about it right now as you're listening.
Think about it right now. Chew on it. So the things I want you to think about are, what are some of the gifts of the season that you are in right now? I mean, first think about the season that you're in. Reflect on that. And think about what are the gifts of the season, because every season has its gifts, right? Like, we don't need to be jumping to the next season always, and like, you kind of have to enjoy where you're at, right? Being present. How can you be fully present in this season in order to be better prepared for the next one, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one was, what are some of the hard things of the season, and how can you, learn from those things and reflect on those things so that you can be better prepared for your next season, right? But again, being fully present in your season so that when you get to the next season, you'll feel like prepared.
Awesome. I love it. I definitely need to think about that.
I do too, honestly. I wrote it, but I still have to think about it.
And then don't forget our 7-day challenge. Okay. Starts Monday, June 3rd, 2024. We'll be posting on Instagram. Just a few reminders to get you prepped. And then in our show notes, there is a link to schedule an interview with us. So if you want to come chat, we are more than excited to have you here already. You don't need to have a niche. We already said this before. You don't have to have any kind of credentials.
Just come and tell us a story.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We want you here, and people want to hear you. So
tell us your life story.
Yeah.
So we can
yap about that.
We can yap about your life.
We can yap it up.
So we don't always talk about ourselves all the time.
I know. That's okay.
It's okay.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully the video is up and running. We're having a little technical difficulties with that, but
we're trying a new video editing thing.
It's like a software. So we're fingers crossing, manifesting that everything
turned out good.
Everything looks good at the end of this.
Hope so.
But yeah, anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Please follow and like and rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Please.
That would mean so much to us. It definitely gets our word out there, and it helps us to expand and grow. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
But yeah, anyways, we'll see you on the next one.
With love and light.
Bye.
Bye.